Welcome everybody. Welcome. This is a special video I'm doing. Obviously not part of Steve Wrestling Ramble, but I am the host of it. But I am doing a live reaction to the main event. The title match, the Elimination Chamber match in itself. 6 participants. Just finishing up watching the Women's Championship match, and surprisingly, it just went to final. Naomi winning the SmackDown Women's title, and I'm here with a guest, Josh. Here joining me for the evening. So what are your thoughts so far with the show and what just happened there with the SmackDown Women's title match?
The show overall has been okay. I think this was not a big surprise that she was going to drop the title. I think especially, I mean, they got no fanfare though. There was no video package for them. There was no build up to this. So I think I'd be a little bit insulted if I was Alexa Bliss that she holds the title for so long. But we saw it coming, just the way she's been treated on the show. It was almost like they were going to set this up trying for bigger things for WrestleMania. So, and I mean, to her credit though, she's been working really hard, but all the women on SmackDown have been working really hard, and unfortunately that division has been kind of paled in comparison to what the Raw women's division has been bringing. So if this is what was needed to at least bring the spotlight over to SmackDown a little bit, then I'm all for it.
Yeah, to me, I'm actually kind of surprised by the finish. It sounds like you weren't. It sounds like you saw it a mile away, but to me, I didn't see it. I thought Alexa Bliss was actually going to hold it to WrestleMania, maybe drop her to Naomi then in her home state, have her own moment there. Instead of it having here an Elimination Chamber. Not saying it's a bad thing, obviously. It's a great thing. Congratulations to Naomi. I just thought that if the plans were to have Naomi's the next women's champion, it would happen at WrestleMania, like I said, home state, all that other stuff as well. But I guess it's me. Like I thought it was almost like a foregone conclusion, 97% sure Alexa Bliss was going to retain.
I wonder if, I mean, it seems as if they're going to be setting up some kind of 3 or 4-way match for the Raw Women's Championship. So I wonder if they're going to be doing the same for SmackDown, because it's the easiest way to get all the women involved, and that way they can focus on all the other matches that the WrestleMania card is going to have. And you don't want to leave people out, and you're already looking at a 5, possibly a 6-hour plus show, and this is an easy way to cover all your bases with really just 2 big.
Yeah, that's what I was saying in my prediction video. That I'm thinking that could be the way for SmackDown Live to do what Raw is doing, have a Fatal 4-Way or something.
Yeah. Side note: this whole James Ellsworth thing needs to stop. It needs to just go away. I mean, I've never been a fan of him. I've written several articles for Daily DDT about James Ellsworth.
Yeah, I read a couple of those. Yeah.
This thing that they're doing with him, that they've been doing all show, proves it. It's just so bad. And I tweeted this out earlier. The whole Ellsworth gimmick helps no one, it advances nothing, and does nothing for the show. It's just, it's literally nothing but filler and fat. It's awful.
When they first, I don't know, this might sound weird or dumb, but whatever. But to me, when they first showed this of Ellsworth and Carmella up there, it reminded me when Vince McMahon and the Stooges were up in Skybox for a pay-per-view or for a Raw or whatever that was, watching Austin's title match. That's the first thing that went to mind. Obviously, it wasn't as good or entertaining, but that's what I thought of. Vince McMahon and the Stooges behind him in the Skybox.
With my whole thing is, if the Ellsworth character was originally intended to be the everyman, no chin music, all that stuff, he was supposed to represent the average fan getting a WWE shot to be with all these superstars. Okay, got it. But now he's wearing terrible, like Ed Hardy inspired clothes and hanging out with the beautiful women backstage and sitting in skyboxes and stuff like that. So now you've taken that aspect out of his character. He's no longer the everyman. Now he's one of the elite guys. So where's his connection now to us? Like, what does he bring to us now? I mean, he's never a really good wrestler. He was never really much of anything on the roster. So what is his purpose? And it just seems as if, hey, we need kind of a laugh, almost like what K-Quick was.
Oh yeah.
Just, hey, anytime you needed a laugh, just throw him in there. He's not really going to do much of anything. Even when he entered, I think it was the Money in the Bank match, he entered last year and then he immediately eliminated himself. I mean, it was pointless. It was absolutely nonsense. But that was his role, was comic relief. So at least he had a modicum of talent, whereas Ellsworth has none. And now they're doing the promo for Reigns and Strowman for Fastlane.
Yep.
Which this will probably be one of the quickest feuds ever if we still get the Reigns Undertaker storyline at WrestleMania that everyone thinks we're going to have. And it's almost like this is going to end pretty quickly.
There it is, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And March 5th. Yep.
It's nice to have a pay-per-view, here in the Midwest.
I mean, and they've got an uphill battle because the last few I know Fastlane's a relatively new pay-per-view, but the two that have that they've had the past 2 years have been terrible. So they got a lot of work ahead of them if they want to make this a successful event.
I know the WWE was in Milwaukee for No Way Out, whatever that year was, when the NWO came back.
Mm-hmm.
They made their big return. That was in Milwaukee.
Yep.
So hopefully big things come at Milwaukee. Maybe The Undertaker appears and costs Roman Reigns the match and Strowman gets the W. I don't know. Maybe we'll be seeing big things for this Fastlane.
That would make sense. I mean, they've got to start building that feud soon. I mean, WrestleMania is coming up. So.
And here we go. The new Elimination Chamber coming down here for the Elimination Chamber match. I'm trying to look at it and see what really is new about it. It looks a little bit smaller, but still kind of the same, obviously, idea, because that's what it's supposed to be.
There's not like the steel beams in between each pod.
Oh, okay.
Just from that quick look when it was coming down, that's what it looked like.
Right. Yeah, because I was trying to see it and whatever.
We'll get a better look once the night starts, but yeah, it's definitely a redesign.
And I've seen the Elimination Chamber for the last couple of days because I've been watching all the Chamber matches and all the Elimination Chamber pay-per-views heading into tonight.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, this could be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to a Bray Wyatt victory. That's what I want to see.
I don't mean to put you on the spot, bro, but what would be your order of eliminations?
Oh my goodness! All right, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
Understood.
I would say I think the last two should be Cena and Wyatt. I will say that because I don't think there's any chance that they eliminate that they get a title holder out so quick. So I would think it would have to come down to Cena and Wyatt as the last two.
I could see AJ and Corbin being the final two.
I mean, that would certainly be a big surprise because then at least you're almost guaranteed to have a title change. But that also assumes that I guess you're rooting for Corbin to take the title back, or for AJ to get it back.
Well, there I'd be conflicted if it actually happens because of my predictions. I predicted AJ Styles, but in my heart, it's with Corbin and Dean Ambrose. So if that situation came arise, I'd probably be cheering more for Baron Corbin and to be wrong because, whatever.
Right. I mean, personally, I'd love to see The Undertaker interfere at the Elimination Chamber match, even though none of the people have anything to do with it, with anything.
Mm-hmm.
It would just continue setting the precedent that The Undertaker has no brand loyalty.
Yeah, he can do and say whatever he wants.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make him unpredictable, then you should do that. And he shouldn't. He should be the one exception to a character that no matter who he's locked in a feud with, he still inserts himself into any match or any pay-per-view event he feels like. Now,
I think that. Well, I was just going to say, I think that way of thinking made a lot of people assume that The Undertaker was going to be the winner of the Royal Rumble because then this stuff could happen at EC and Fastlane,
I think if Mark Calloway was a younger man, they might do that. But as an older guy, I mean, we talk about all these things in terms of what would work best for a storyline. And wouldn't it be great if Undertaker showed up here,
right,
here,
right.
and here? But we don't often take into account his age, his work schedule, all these other things that really do matter. And so he can't simply do a run-in like Stone Cold used to be able to do back in the day where it would just be very unexpected because physically he just can't do them. So as great as it sounds on paper, yeah, it's highly unlikely we're going to see an Undertaker appearance, especially at a SmackDown pay-per-view.
Yeah.
So all right, so the pods they're not rounded anymore either. They're square, and it looks like they're more just set in the corners
Yeah.
of the chamber as opposed to being kind of flush with the chamber itself like they were in previous years.
Just checking here in the chat, Palmer J. Simmons, Ronnie S., and Sledgehammer TV, Nick Nightmare, Nick, Sledgehammer TV. Welcome, guys, to the chat, my live reaction. Welcome to bring up topics if you want, because, the match will probably be a long match, so welcome to just bring up topics, and we'll discuss from there. But welcome, guys. Yes, it is, Ronnie. It is Elimination Chamber time. So here we go, Dean Ambrose. Go, Dean. I might give Dean a 10% chance to win, but I'm still going to cheer for him.
Yeah, I mean, 10% pretty.
That's being generous.
Yeah, I think as far as order of elimination, I would think probably Miz goes out first, then Ambrose, then AJ. He would be like the first big surprise that he goes out early. Then Corbin, and that leaves Cena and Wyatt, and then Wyatt beats Cena.
Yeah, I hear that Wyatt is a popular pick.
I mean, I think, and a lot of people I heard on Twitter and other places saying, well, it wouldn't make any sense for Cena to drop the title so soon after winning it. But, well, why wouldn't it? I mean, he's already broken the record, and WWE has shown that they really don't care about streaks. Once records are broken, then that person generally, they tend to drop the title pretty quickly after they've broken the streak. I mean, look at New Day, look at the Women's Championship, look at any long streak that's been broken. Once that milestone is passed, they tend to drop the title fairly quickly because the record's there. You can't take that away. So there's no reason for Cena to keep the title all the way until WrestleMania. That doesn't make him any more of a 16-time champ.
Yeah. Well, look at this. You get the two best to start off here with coming out.
Yeah, I like
Ambrose, now Baron Corbin. That's kind of cool. But anyways, I mean,
I love that they've really given Corbin a lot of at least a bigger push. And my biggest fear was that they were going to do him like the Ascension.
That's what I was worried, actually, to be quite honest, right when they decided to put him in this match, like he's going to be the first one eliminated. And then he wins on SmackDown Live, and people jump to that conclusion, reverse momentum, booking thing, that he's going to be the first one eliminated. But I don't know, but it's just, hopefully he does show out here. And that's why I kind of hope he makes it to the end, whether he wins or not, we'll see. But, have that great showing, make it to the end, be one of the final two, and really compete.
I think that would be a big showing of confidence for the WWE if Corbin lasted until, the last 2 or 3 guys. I mean, if Vince is always talking about thinking of the future, then it would indeed be a guy like Corbin would be staying in longer than someone like The Miz, who people forget. The Miz has been in WWE for a long time, and people tend to forget that.
And Nick of Sledgehammer TV, Sledgehammer Wrestling Podcast, who will be doing a review after the pay-per-view. So welcome to check him out. Sledgehammer TV here on YouTube. He says his wild card to win is The Miz.
Here he comes.
Yeah, speak of the guy, The Miz. Mm-hmm. His wife needed to clean herself up before she comes out here.
Mm-hmm. He's coming out solo.
Oh, then you don't have to worry about that. I was assuming she was going to be out there, give him a kiss, and then go back.
She's too dirty.
I bet she is. I don't know. They're really giving the reasons for each of these superstars to win. I don't know if there really is a true shocker or big surprise for someone to actually win this. I mean, maybe Dean Ambrose out of all the other ones with the compelling arguments, but I don't know. Each one does have each one has a logical reason to win forward booking to WrestleMania, but we do have our front runners for a reason.
Well, I mean, more than half these guys have been champ before. So, I mean, only Bray Wyatt and Baron Corbin are the only two who have never held a WWE championship. So, if any of the other guys won, it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
And we've done it before. Hopefully, Cena's next because it would be good to have the champion in the chamber. Don't have to have him start off.
Yeah.
We've done it before. Now that they can't do it.
I think, I think that backstage thing with Nikki and stuff, that kind of, we may see a similar setup between The Miz and Cena here, especially if Cena drops his belt, to kind of further that story along.
See, and I was worried by the way that match was finished, having a no contest with O'Connor. Like I was worried they were going to do Natalia and Nikki Bella at Mania, and then that we're not going to get that tag match that was rumored for many, many months, and everybody's thinking to say. But then my mind keeps racing, like, oh my gosh, John Cena might retain tonight.
He might. I mean, yeah, he very well could. As a side note, I really miss the old Wyatt family entrance when they used to light up the lantern and then insert name of city and then say we're here,
Yeah,
blow
yeah.
it out, and come out. I went to WrestleMania 30, and when they did their entrance, I mean, first of all, they had a live band do their song.
Yep.
And when he came out and he said Nollins, the whole place went crazy, just went nuts. And then said we're here and blew it out, and everybody just went crazy for that because it was so good. So I kind of wish they still did that, but entrances don't stay the same.
Yeah, I mean that's the same thing with The Rock or Mick Foley that she pops for the towns and stuff. But and with Brock Lesnar, there's T-shirts that were personalized Suplex City T-shirts.
Yep, Hard Knocks and Cheap Pops. Plug my phone in before this dies.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting, I guess. Obviously, with Elimination, we're going to have AJ Styles and John Cena start this off.
Yeah. I guess that's good. They can build up I like how Bray's kind of taunting each guy in his chamber.
Now, I'm happy they're doing it this way than having, like, let's just say, the bottom feeder of chances, like Baron Corbin, Dean Ambrose start the match or something like that. Like, I like it, the way they're starting it off with AJ Styles and Johnson in that way, and going from there, you know what I mean? Than having the other two and the crowd not really being up for it because they think or assume that those two are at least like to win or something.
No, I think that's a great idea. I mean, you've got two guys who just put on a real solid performance at the Royal Rumble. So why wouldn't you have them start out? Because you know that they're going to put forth a good show, and they don't have to do it for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm looking at the time here, 9:24 p.m. Central Standard Time. I mean, technically they can go all the way to the top of the hour, whatever we've seen with pay-per-views.
Well, I just mean AJ and John Cena by themselves.
Okay.
Carry the match by themselves, so they can put a lot of energy into their limited amount of time before the first chamber opens.
Okay, got it.
Gainesville, Georgia.
You want a shock start? They have the 10-15 minute start, and AJ eliminates John. That would be, I guess, a part of a shocker.
That would be a huge shocker. Yeah, for sure, that would be a surprise. I'd say if either AJ or Cena got eliminated right away, that would be a surprise. Because
Right before the first person comes in, right? Yeah, I agree. The only other big surprise I could think of, someone does show up. I've been saying it, like I said in my predictions episode. Maybe Luke Harper shows up.
Yeah, he would. I mean, somebody trying to screw the Wyatt family out of a victory. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think the wild card is because it's an elimination chamber. They can't simply do a run-in. So I think that's what lends me to thinking about somebody like The Undertaker who could potentially come up from underneath the ring or something like that. It's got to be someone who has the ability to break into the chamber to affect whatever they want to affect.
Hmm.
And
All right,
those were
here comes.
best when Undertaker would drag people underneath the ring. That
Yeah.
was
I don't
fantastic.
remember when Kane did that to Daniel Bryan
Yeah.
and Raw. I think, yeah.
It was so great. And here he is, the face that runs the place.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie though, I like Nikki Bella in her outfit, doing the colors of the Phoenix Suns. That was pretty
Yeah,
cool.
it was nice to see her with a single hair color. Man, the John Cena sucks chants are exceptionally loud. Wow.
Hmm. No, if they really wanted, they could have him drop it and win it at WrestleMania. You know, for me, for records, it's a bigger thing to break him than to tie him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could. I think if they did that, then that would scrap the whole plans between him and potentially him and Miz and Maurice and Nikki. Then that would mean that's off the table because there's no way that
Right.
that's a title match.
As much as that's been rumored so much, I don't know. For some reason, I just can't see John Cena in a tag team match at WrestleMania. Like I see him either in a title match or something bigger.
Yeah, well, I think I'm holding out hope for that. I really am because I do not want to see a mixed tag team match. Not at WrestleMania. That's something you can go ahead and do that at any other pay per view, but that just doesn't seem like a WrestleMania caliber style event that I would have any interest in seeing.
And Nick of Soul Summer TV here in the chat, he's saying he not really digging the new chamber design.
I don't know. I mean, it still gives them. I think it affords them opportunity to still jump on top of each pod, so that they can do spots into the ring, which I expect to see probably from AJ. So I think it gives them a little bit more versatility on the outside too.
Uh-huh.
All right, so we're gonna get
All right,
AJ and
ladies and
Cena.
gentlemen, here we go.
I love seeing these two guys work together. Cena and Styles are just they make such a great team. You can tell when two wrestlers have a lot of respect for each other, and this is a perfect example. Watching the way they compete against each other and how they're constantly trying to one up. They're not going through the motions. They're really, really trying their best to put on a great performance.
Exactly. So I found it interesting in John Cena's promo on Talking Smack, whether it was this week or last week, whenever, him saying him and AJ are on this level up here, and everybody else down here.
Yeah, he's right. I mean, you don't get guys like this very often. You have Cena and Styles did the same kind of thing. It's like Austin and The Rock. They were both fantastic entities unto themselves. But when they got in the ring together, they seemed to bring out the best in each other. And their matches were always fantastic, and they were able to bring the house down every single time. Ow.
Ronnie, yeah, it's kind of like a Hell in the Cell match with pods.
Yeah, a little bit. And then obviously it doesn't look like a steel grate anymore. I think in years past that the area around the ring.
Yeah, that was steel. Or that was, or supposedly was, or probably was, whatever. Now it's
this
all
looks more
padded.
Yeah, at least it appears that way. I think it's still Looks, it doesn't look like steel grating anyway. It looks like it's padded.
Yeah.
I like that at least with this, we get sort of the same surprise that we get out of the Royal Rumble here, where we don't know who's going to come in. So the lights go off, and then the spotlight kind of goes around like Price is Right style.
Yeah.
And then it's a surprise on who comes
Like
in
it's
first.
it's like an adult version of Duck Duck Goose.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty nice. You just kind of picked him up and face planted him. Oh wow.
And since we're in the business of predictions and guessing, I'll probably take a guess that the Miz is going to be coming out first.
The Miz come up here. I'm sure there's a prop bet in Vegas on who comes out first. That was a really nice
prop bet for everything that they do for the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, it was. I lost the Super Bowl prop bet series I was in by 1 point because I was off by one prediction.
Yeah,
it was all nonsense. Is Luke Bryan going to wear a hat and that kind of stuff? But it's fun. Who cares?
That game was fun too.
Oh, I mean, geez. Feel bad for anybody who turned it off in the third quarter and said, "This is over."
I feel bad for the fans of the Falcons.
Oh,
dang.
Yeah. Ow. Like AJ tried what looked like an attitude, but it's almost like he caught his upper shoulders on his knee as Cena was coming down.
At first, I thought he was just trying to steal a finisher and rub it in, sort of thing.
Yeah. Oof. I'm sure he felt that a little bit as he came down.
Yeah, those pods just look like regular, like you have like those English phone booths in there.
Oof.
Ronnie and Nick of Summer TV both say for their guess is Dean Ambrose to be the first one out. But let's see.
Here it comes. 10 seconds. 7.
Now, do you think there's any, or in your opinion, do you think there's a possibility of all the superstars being in before first elimination?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right, here we go. Who it is?
Hey.
Dr. Coops. Who it is?
Ambrose.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a good decision. You want to keep the momentum up high, and Ambrose is a crowd favorite.
All right, Dino, let's go.
First one to throw somebody outside the ring. Ooh, right into the chains.
This dangerous edifice to its advantage, although AJ Styles is looking to try chain link extended Styles. Chain link will rip you apart.
I would have thought Ambrose would have kept up his attack on Cena instead of kind of getting distracted and going towards Styles. Cena's the champ. You want to get him out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think more of a double team kind of thing could be going down.
Yeah. And get the strongest guy out. Ooh. That was actually really nice. Wow.
Yeah, that was cool.
I bet he felt that one. Oof.
It's like a suplex turned into a jackknife powerbomb.
Yeah, I don't even know what to call that because he was like in a suplex, but then he just kind of threw him up in the air. Like he didn't go through the powerbomb motion. He just kind of let his momentum bring Styles down to the ground. That was fun.
There you go, Dean.
There he goes. Yep. I wonder if anybody will go through a pod. I'm sure that's a prop bet too. Like, who is it, Lesnar or Goldberg? Somebody kicked through one. I want to say it was Goldberg. And Ric Flair was on the outside trying to hold it closed.
And I think in one of them, Barrett threw somebody into a pod and it shattered. And Mark Henry was in it.
And as far as high risk maneuver goes, that like an elbow drop off the top of the pod. It isn't as eye opening as it should be. All right, who do you think is going to be our next entrant?
All right, let's get it over with. Bray Wyatt.
I'd like to see Baron Corbin come in next.
I'd actually like him to be last, but probably not.
Well, nice double suplex. Cena's able to get Styles and Ambrose out.
I was like kind of feature there, that camera inside of that chamber they're looking at Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of cool.
Wow. Cena sucks. Let's go. Oh, trying to go for the AA on Ambrose. No good. All three men are down. All right, let's see who's coming up next. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. It's Wyatt.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, I got that one right. Hey.
I think I want Wyatt to win just because he's been screwed over so many times over the last few years. You know, every time they give him a push, they just seem to end it inexplicably at a pay-per-view. He does great on television, and then when it matters the most, he gets screwed. And nothing comes of any of his threats. And sooner or later, if you want to take this guy seriously, he's got to start winning. Not just at pay-per-views, but he's got to start winning belts.
Ronnie asked us here in the chat, because I don't know if he heard us, because I don't know even if we were live yet, but do you think anyone will interfere in this match?
It's not impossible. I don't think they will, because I don't see how they could because of just the nature of how the match is set up. So I don't think they will, but I don't see any interference that would really do anybody than Luke Harper interfering with Wyatt. But he's not feuding with anybody else in here, so there's really nobody he would assist other than just trying to screw over Bray. But if Luke Harper's trying to be the face in this whole thing, that's not really something that a face would do.
Well, if you want to heal to mess things up, you just randomly have Ziggler come out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the whole reason that became a non-handicap match is because WWE realized, wait a minute, we have 2 faces versus 1 heel. That's the opposite of how a handicap match is supposed to work. Never mind. Let's try to fix that real quick. And then Kalisto came in at the last second and kind of no-sold the whole thing. And I'm totally fine. So here, I'll help us get the victory. 2-on-1 versus The Miz. Okay. Or not The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, sorry.
Right, yeah. No, Dolph.
That's all. It just showed The Miz, that's why I had him on my head, in my mind. We got Ambrose and AJ on the top of one pod. Slamming his head into plexiglass. I mean, I mean, I'm not saying it still doesn't hurt, but
Not as bad as they're trying to say it is.
yeah, it's still plexiglass. Oh, that was nice. Seemed like a throat punch as he was falling down.
It is beautiful. Brutal. It is the Elimination Chamber match. And to the victor go the spoils in the form of the WWE Championship. Yeah, and what is surprising is no eliminations yet. Nothing yet. John Cena, Dean Ambrose, Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles in the ring. Or in the structure, I should say.
Yeah, if you want to upset the fans, you have Bray be eliminated first.
Yeah. Oh, that was pretty nice.
I don't know what would be worse for the fans. Bray to be eliminated first or him making it to the end and losing then.
Yeah, that would surprise a lot of people if Bray got eliminated first, that's for sure. Yeah.
That was sweet.
Ambrose got a slam on Bray, and Bray kind of just did a choke throw from the top rope to AJ. So Ambrose was the only one who comes out clean in that exchange. All right, let's see who's next. Miz.
Miz
Comes out.
That's what I say. Let Corbin be last.
Nope, it's Corbin.
Ah, dang it. I want him to be last and just, F up people when he comes in there. All right, Baron, let's go. I know somebody in their predicted Baron Corbin to win, and he booked it and having not just going to win with Corbin, he eliminated everybody himself in just dominant fashion, winning the championship.
Like a squash?
Pretty much. I mean, I like the idea of Corbin winning, but I don't really see him being just eliminating everybody and whatever.
Yeah. He's not Lesnar. He's not Goldberg. I don't think they're going to give him that kind of character push. Because here all of a sudden you're unbeatable against all these other guys. No.
And you eliminate them one by one.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Not Big Show trying to eliminate two people at once.
Did you see that last picture that the Big Show posted of himself at the gym?
Yeah, I did.
The visible six pack. I'm like, geez, good for him.
You go, well, yeah, for sure.
I mean, it makes sense. A guy his size, he doesn't want to go the way of Andre the Giant or Yokozuna or any of those other guys. He wants to be around for a while.
Well, it looks like it might be for fruition. We might have The Miz come out here and no eliminations.
Ooh, like a Russian leg sweep. That was STO. Yeah, it's looking like we won't have any eliminations, so we'll have everybody in.
Yeah.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh.
In it.
What? Nah.
Oh, no, you got...
I'm on now.
End of days. That would have been amazing if he eliminated John Cena right like that.
That would have been beautiful.
Oh, he just completely, poor guy, he just no-sold Ambrose's little drop kick from the top rope. Got right back up.
Ronnie in the chat brought up maybe Randy Orton comes out as RKO's everybody since he's the Rumble winner.
Yeah, I guess he could. and then he gives the win to Wyatt. That'd be a nice surprise if he came in and interfered to somehow give the win to Wyatt for the Wyatt family. That'd be fun to see. But again, how's he going to get in?
I don't know, but he'll find a way.
Yeah. I mean, that would be, I guess, part of the fun is watching him figure out a way in.
He's part of the Y family now. It might actually work for his character to come up from the bottom of the ring.
Trying dirty deeds. And on Baron Corbin, just not happening. Oh. Oof. All right, here comes Miz.
Yeah, that's right, Ronnie. He can bring chain cutters. He can book whenever he wants. He'll find a way to get in. Let's go.
He seems a little apprehensive about leaving his pod.
Come on, Miz. Don't be afraid.
Wow. They did Corbin dirty. He got beat on a roll-up.
Oh, dear Lord. Seriously?
That's
wow.
weird.
If anything, this is setting up him and him and Ambrose for Mania.
Yeah, that's a weak way to get him out. I mean, he could have at least gotten him out with his finisher. I mean,
Or at least let Corbin get an elimination. Well, I guess he's the first one out. As some did predict with him winning on SmackDown Live.
Yeah, all right. Oh, and there goes Ambrose through the plexiglass.
Bada boom.
Yeah, how are you going to make somebody leave the chamber?
Yeah, good luck, refs.
Yeah. Like, what's going to stop him from just staying in there and beating this dude up?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. There it is. So now, quick, Miz, go over and cover Ambrose. It's your way to win, bro. What are you doing? You should take this opportunity. I would have thought that would have been a perfect chance for Miz, who has been in 0 fights up till this point, should have ran in and covered up Ambrose. It's like he wanted to make sure that Corbin was well out of the ring first. And he still got the cover up on Ambrose, so Ambrose is out.
Yeah, right.
That was weird. I mean, that was...
Well, the first two to enter, the first two to leave.
So, yeah, I wonder if Cena will eliminate Miz to assist in the setup of their potential match. Oh, wow. To get the yes chant started. That's fantastic. Oh, Miz, yeah. He's so good. I like how they've kept up the heat on with Miz and Daniel Bryan. Like it wasn't just kind of centered around their talking smack feud. It didn't just end there.
Mhm.
I mean, they kept it going the whole time.
You know, there's some other that don't like that because since Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore, they're not going to get a payoff.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But as manager, I mean it's the same as any other person against, I guess, their boss, so to speak, is that he can affect them in other ways. And
Mhm.
Daniel Bryan's got the in-ring credibility. He's not trying to put the Miz over. So if anything, he can change up matches, do all kinds of other stuff, which he hasn't really done that much of, even in their feud. He's not as vindictive as the McMahon, so he's not going to go to those kind of lengths. Wow.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, Miz is the one cleaning house. Nope. Picks him up.
Hmm.
Attitude adjustment. And Miz is gone.
Mhm. Well, there we go.
So there now you've got the motivation for Miz to want to face Cena. All right, and then there were three. So
Oh, there you go. Then you could eliminate one of them.
I'd like to see Cena go out next, just because I think I'd like to see Orton, or I'd like to see Wyatt and Styles have a chance to go against each other, see how well they work. And that also gives the crowd something really to cheer for, because you've got people who would love to see Styles get the title back, and then people like myself who would just love to see Bray finally get his first title hold.
Inside this eerie and abysmal elimination chamber. Who's going to eliminate? Well, I'm sure they'll. Set God.
And yeah, you would think Wyatt would just kind of sit back and let Cena and Styles take themselves out.
Styles and now John Cena. Deposits Bray Wyatt to the canvas.
Hmm.
See, I can't ever fully support John Cena because he wears orange and blue together, which are the colors of the University of Florida.
Hmm.
And I'm a Florida State alumni, so.
Ah.
Uh-oh. No, come on.
Uh-oh.
He's rolled out of it. Shoo. Uh-oh. Styles Clash. Nice. Got the Styles Clash. Cover him. Oh, of course he kicks out of it. I mean, of course he does.
I mean, come on now.
The day John Cena is beat by a single finishing move, the day the world burns.
I know if that ever happened to you, just retire that night.
Yeah, he can just be like, well, guess it's my time. It didn't take you 4 finishers to finish me off. I'm done.
Yeah. Oh, just the way that this match is going, eventually assume he's going to be at least the final 2.
I know we said at the beginning, I said I'd like to see Cena and Wyatt, but more and more, I'd really like to see Styles and Wyatt, because I think that adds a lot more intrigue, because now the crowd knows, in that scenario, the crowd knows they're getting a title change right off the bat.
Yeah, who is it going to be?
Yeah, and that it's a little more uncertain because Styles is the ex-champ. Uh-oh, looks like he might have just punched his own ticket. He's done. No, phew. Styles kicked out, thankfully. And you still got Wyatt somewhere hanging on the outside, recovering from that last AA.
AJ Styles and John Cena are slipping. This isn't just the WWE Championship. If you have anything that's not just the WWE Championship, this is the main event of WrestleMania. Randy Orton already punching his ticket for WrestleMania, having won this chamber match.
All
High
right.
stakes,
Well,
high trauma.
I mean, I don't know why it would still be down from the AA. I mean, AJ's already recovered from one and received a second.
Will he be the last one standing?
You know, Cena's going on top of the pod. Is he actually going to get a high flying maneuver from Cena?
When everything is at stake, you gotta go for broke.
Wow, that was brutal.
John Cena.
Somebody in the crowd could have audibly been heard saying, "Go kill yourself, Cena."
Yeah, it's just not nice to say on a PG show.
Yeah, really.
Oh, dang. Mm. Mhm.
This is what the WWE Championship means. A lifetime WWE Champion John Cena will go to try to retain the most prestigious prize in sports entertainment. This point is turned into war of attrition. Who can survive the longest and outlast the other? You're right. It isn't a matter of winning right now. It's just a matter of surviving. And who is going to be the survivor that is able to walk out of here if they can walk as the WWE champion? Cena.
Yeah, but I don't know about that.
What's that?
Uh-oh, Rutro. Oh, well, all right. Oh, my God, hey. Cena's gone. Hey, Cena's gone. Well, that's surprising. Look at that. We're going to get the final two that Joshua is open for. I don't know where he went. Maybe he gets on the drink. I don't know, but that was a big elimination there, and done by Bray Wyatt. So if Bray Wyatt got the elimination there himself on John Cena, maybe he should be the one to beat AJ, be the new champion. I don't know. I might have to ask Josh when he comes back, but
There it was. That's what I'm talking about. So now
yeah.
we got the two. We got our last two. I think we might be finally seeing a Wyatt championship.
Come on, Styles. Put your eyes on. Let's go.
So yeah, we're definitely going to be getting a new one.
A new champ, and I guess this makes sense too. You know, you have people knowing that he's going to be touting a new champion. Having these two, crowd's really going to get into it more.
Mm-hmm.
I still really do see Luke coming out though.
I mean, yeah, I guess he still could. I mean, I guess at this point it wouldn't make much sense since it's one-on-one. If he was going to come out, it would have been maybe before when Cena was still around.
Sliding. Attack taking out Bray Wyatt's foundation.
I don't know about that. Like, part of me would say it'd be more impactful now than then because he's so close as the final two.
Yeah.
Styles here. AJ Styles win this 2017. Good topic. And AJ Styles has been in this match for over a half an hour. If you imagine.
Nope. Oh, I almost got him.
Oh man. Oh geez.
Oh.
Mm.
You never know when you'll get another chance, when you'll get another opportunity. Can this be Bray Wyatt's night?
Should be Bray Wyatt tonight. He deserves it.
Hmm.
WWE champion came off the past 2016.
Nope.
Oh,
Didn't get him like he wanted. Psycho knee landed. He got all of that one. And will that be enough to land him the WWE Championship for the second time? I think AJ Styles knows it's not enough. I think that's why AJ Styles can see the wheels turning in AJ's head. This Chamber of Horrors is coming in. Styles and Bray Wyatt.
Come on, Bray. Oh.
Yeah, it looks like his ribs are injured. He holds it for a while. He landed a little low. I think he caught a knee of Bray Wyatt's in his abdomen somewhere. Bird's eye view of the all-new Elimination Chamber. 4 superstars have already been eliminated. We will crown a new WWE
come on, AJ.
Come on, Bray. Let's do this.
AJ Styles and Bray Wyatt find what it's going to take.
You deserve it.
They got to be creative. A move here, a move there, never done. A counter here, a counter there, until they make someone's career, and somebody's going to look backward.
Nope. Nope. Got him. And Sister Abigail. It's over.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.
There it is. Finally.
Wow.
In the soul-stealing structure known as the Elimination Chamber, the Reaper of Souls, Bray Wyatt, has won his first WWE Championship. The era of Wyatt is here. Welcome to the Hell SmackDown.
Finally. Huge.
It's now owned by the Eater of Worlds. Bray Wyatt has done it. Imagine what Bray Wyatt is going to do as champion. He's warned us about years when we've been ready. Now that day is finally come. This salacious man, Bray Wyatt, rose from the ashes in Phoenix to take the ultimate glory. John Cena's going to the AA. Sister Abigail. And John
Few people deserve it more than he does.
you are guaranteed a new WWE champion moment. AJ Styles here, doing everything he can.
He earned it.
Decapitates AJ. This running knee, AJ Styles thought that he was going to walk out champion. The phenomenal forearm, this will be the exclamation point. This would make 2017 feel the appropriate splash. Dead teamwork.
Awesome.
And here comes the attempt of the phenomenal forearm.
Now, the question is, what's going to happen at WrestleMania? You know, will he retain or will he go to Orton?
I mean, this is kind of what we saw coming once Orton won the Rumble. Well, it wouldn't make much sense for him to win unless they were going to do some kind of matchup of the Wyatt family. And I think it's nice to see the crowd kind of acknowledging that. I mean, yep, and there's Orton.
Randy Orton.
Yeah, that's awesome. So,
All right, there you go. That's the end of the Elimination Chamber. Bray Wyatt, new WWE champion. It's surprising to say, but he does deserve it. I think he's been through the change of the character being really good. Congratulations.
yeah, he deserves this for sure. So I'm really happy.
Any other, since this is pretty much a live fresh, any last thoughts before we break apart here of other pay-per-views, the main event, and where people can find you on Twitter and otherwise?
Yeah, no, this was great. You know, I'm really happy with the ending. Really solid match. Bray Wyatt definitely deserves it. So you can follow me at Chief Joshiola on Twitter or at dailyddt.com. One of the featured writers there, Josh.0. So you can search my articles, post a couple articles every week. So I'm sure we'll be talking about this in the week to come. So I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Yeah, man. And I hope to have you on in the future for the podcast show and otherwise. But everybody, welcome to follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. And maybe even more so, people should start following me on my personal handle at Army_Strong_06, because there now I have it linked with my YouTube and my YouTube channel and my Twitter handle there, my personal Twitter handle. You'll know when I go live for videos like this or other ones that I just throw out of nowhere, like an RKO to Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania, out of nowhere kind of thing when I do that. And with my podcasts as well, you'll know when I go live, you'll know when they're created, and you'll know when they uploaded. So thanks to Josh for being here. I greatly appreciate it. Unfortunately, none of my team members were able to make it, but I hope everybody has a great rest of your evening. I'll be over on Sledgehammer TV, Sledgehammer Wrestling Podcast here on YouTube for his review. They're live in the chat room and talk everything Elimination Chamber. So for Josh and for me and for Steve's Wrestling Ramblings channel, take care.
I don't know. See you later, brother.